I've lived on Cedar Avenue for 12 years. I know every crack in the sidewalk. I know which streetlight flickers when it gets cold. I know the sound of every house settling, every dog barking, every car that turns around at the dead end. So when I say that the house at 217 Cedar appeared 3 days ago, I need you to believe me. It's not that I missed it before. I'm an architect. I notice buildings. I notice rooflines, foundations, the way the light hits a bay window at sunset. I walk my dog, Milo, every single night at 10:15. Same route, same pace. And I know with absolute certainty that 217 was an empty lot. Overgrown weeds. A single broken lamppost. Nothing else. Then, on Monday morning, I looked out my kitchen window and nearly dropped my coffee. There was a house. Not a new one. Not something under construction. It was old. Victorian, maybe, but wrong somehow. The proportions were off. The porch was too deep, the windows too narrow. The paint was a color I can't name, not gray, not blue, something in between. Something that seemed to absorb light instead of reflecting it. I told myself I was wrong. Memory is a liar, right? We drive past the same streets for years and never really see them. Maybe the lot was never empty. Maybe I just never looked hard enough. That's what I told my wife, Sarah, when she asked why I was staring out the window like I'd seen a ghost. Just zoning out, I said. She didn't believe me, but she let it go. That night, I took Milo out at 10:15. Same route, same pace. And when we passed 217, Milo stopped. Not like he smelled something interesting. Not like he wanted to sniff a fire hydrant. He stopped like someone had grabbed him by the scruff. His hackles went up. His tail went between his legs. And he let out this sound I've never heard from him before. A low, guttural whine that came from somewhere deep in his chest. I looked at the house. All the windows were dark. No car in the driveway. No porch light. Nothing moved behind the glass. But the front door was open. Not wide, just cracked. A sliver of absolute blackness. Like the house was breathing through a wound. I heard a faint, low exhale from somewhere inside. I pulled Milo away. He didn't fight me. He practically dragged me back to our front step. I didn't sleep well that night. The next day, I did something stupid. I looked up the property records for 217 Cedar. And according to the county assessor's website, that address doesn't exist. I refreshed the page 3 times. I searched by street name, by parcel number, by cross-referencing the neighbors on either side. 215 and 219 are real houses. I've been inside both of them. Good people. Norma at 215 bakes cookies every Christmas. The Park family at 219 have a golden retriever named Waffles. But 217? Nothing. As if the lot was never subdivided. As if the house I was looking at wasn't standing on solid ground. I called the assessor's office. A bored woman named Brenda picked up. "Hi," I said. "I'm calling about a property at 217 Cedar Avenue. I think there might be a clerical error." There was a long pause. Then Brenda said, very quietly, "What did you say the address was?" 217 Cedar. Another pause. Longer this time. "Sir," she said, "I've worked this district for 19 years. There is number 217 Cedar. There's never been a 217 Cedar. Are you sure you're not thinking of 219? I hung up, and I walked to the front window. The house was still there. But now, a light was on in the upstairs window. Pale yellow, flickering, like a candle, or a single watching eye. I should have called the police. I should have called anyone. But what was I going to say? There's a house that doesn't exist on my street, and I'm scared of it? They would have laughed. Or worse, they would have come, and they wouldn't have seen anything, and then I'd be the crazy neighbor who thinks empty lots are haunted. So I did what any rational, skeptical, stupid person would do. I decided to investigate. Last night at 10:15, I left Milo at home. I grabbed a flashlight, my phone, and an old hammer from the garage. I don't know why I brought the hammer. Security, I guess. The illusion of control. The walk to 217 took 90 seconds. 90 seconds of my own footsteps on the sidewalk. 90 seconds of the streetlights humming overhead. 90 seconds of telling myself that I was going to walk up to the house, shine my light through a window, see an empty interior full of construction dust, and go home feeling like an idiot. I wanted to feel like an idiot. God, I wanted to feel like an idiot. I stopped at the edge of the property line. The grass was dead, not dormant, dead. Cracked brown stalks that crunched under my shoes like broken bones. The lamppost I remembered from the empty lot was still there, but it was bent now, twisted, like someone had grabbed it and tried to pull it out of the ground. The front door was still cracked open, still breathing. I could hear that low exhale again, steady and wet. I aimed my flashlight at the porch. The beam didn't reach the door. It just stopped. Like the darkness inside the house was thicker than it should have been. Like it had weight. I took a step forward. Crunch. Another step. Crunch. I was on the porch now. The wood groaned under my feet, but not in the way old wood groans. This was deliberate, rhythmic, like the house was counting my steps. I pushed the door open with the handle of the hammer. The creak was too loud, too sharp. It echoed off nothing, off walls that should have been there but weren't. I pointed the flashlight inside, and I saw nothing. Not empty space, not a hallway or a living room or stairs. Nothing. The beam of light didn't reflect off any surface. It just disappeared into absolute, total blackness, like I was shining it into a hole that had no bottom. And then I heard it, a low, subsonic hum, so low I felt it in my teeth before I heard it in my ears. I should have run. I know I should have run, but my feet wouldn't move, and my ears started to hear something else. A whisper, not words, not a voice exactly, more like the shape of a voice, the outline of language without the sound. It came from inside the blackness, and it wrapped around my ankles like cold water, and it pulled. I took one step inside, then another. The floor was solid, old wood. I could feel it under my shoes. But when I looked down, I couldn't see my feet. I couldn't see my hands. The darkness was so complete that I started to wonder if I still had eyes. I heard that, clear as a bell, not whispered anymore. A voice, a man's voice maybe, or a woman's, I couldn't tell. It was dry, papery, like old skin rubbing together. "You're here, Thomas." My name. Said my name. I turned around. The door was still open behind me. I could see the street, the lamplight, the normal world, just 15 feet away. 15 feet. I could make it in 3 seconds. 3 seconds. But then the voice spoke again. "Don't leave. We're almost finished." And that's when I saw them. Eyes, not glowing red, not ghostly white, just dozens of them, opening in the darkness like flowers blooming in fast motion. They were human eyes, I think. Brown, blue, green, hazel. They blinked at different times. They stared at different places. But every single one of them was looking at me. I ran. I don't remember crossing the porch. I don't remember hitting the sidewalk. I just remember the cold air on my face and the sound of my own heartbeat pounding in my ears and the feeling of something stretching behind me. Like a hand reaching out of the door, fingers growing longer and longer, almost brushing the back of my neck. I made it to my front step. I slammed the door, locked it, deadbolted it, leaned against the wood and slid down until I was sitting on the floor, gasping, the hammer still clenched in my fist. Sarah came downstairs in her bathrobe. "Thomas? What happened? You're white as a sheet." Couldn't tell her. I opened my mouth, and the words turned to ash. All I could say was, "Nothing. Bad dream. I went for a walk, and I think I'm still half asleep." She didn't believe me, but she brought me a glass of water, and she sat with me on the floor until my breathing slowed down. I didn't tell her about the eyes. I didn't tell her about the voice. And I definitely didn't tell her that when I finally looked out the window at 217, the door was closed. I thought it was over. That's the lie we tell ourselves, isn't it? That if we survive something, we've escaped it. That threats have borders. That monsters can't cross thresholds. But this morning, I woke up at 3:17 a.m. That's not a guess. I looked at my phone. 3:17. And the room was cold. Not drafty cold, wrong cold. The kind of cold that comes from inside your own bones. I sat up. Milo was at the foot of the bed. He wasn't sleeping. He was staring at the closet door. His whole body was trembling. And behind it, something was breathing. Slow, wet, rhythmic. I got up. I don't know why. The hammer was still on the nightstand. I picked it up. I walked to the closet. I told myself it was nothing. A draft. A window I forgot to close. I grabbed the handle. 1, 2, 3. I yanked the door open. The closet was empty. Coats, shoes, a suitcase I've been meaning to take to the attic. Nothing moved. Nothing breathed. But written on the back wall, scratched into the paint, deep enough to expose the drywall underneath, were 4 words. We are still counting. I closed the closet door. I went back to bed. And I lay there until the sun came up, staring at the ceiling, listening to the house settle. But it wasn't settling. It was counting. I could hear it now, soft, rhythmic clicks, like a Geiger counter or a grandfather clock's pendulum, but slower, deliberate. Tonight, I looked out the window again. 217 Cedar is still there. But now, so is something else. There's a figure standing in the upstairs window. Tall, thin, wrong proportions. It doesn't move. It just watches. And I swear to God, its face is starting to look like mine. I'm writing this because I don't know how much longer I'll be me. The whispers are back. Not from the house. From inside. From the walls of my own bedroom. And they keep saying the same thing over and over. Almost finished. Almost finished. Almost finished. I can feel them. Behind my eyes. Under my skin. Folding themselves into the empty spaces where my memories used to be. So here's my advice, for whatever it's worth. If a house appears on your street tomorrow, don't look at it. Don't walk toward it. Don't open the door. And for the love of God, if you hear someone whispering your name from the closet, don't answer, because they're not trying to scare you. They're trying to make room. And the last thing I heard before I closed my laptop, a soft, dry voice, right behind my left ear. Thank you for the bed, Thomas. It's warm. Then, a single, slow creak from the closet door. And silence.